Where we last left off with our intrepid adventurer, he had just awoken from a 2-day coma resultant from a gunshot wound to the head, wherein he met Doc Mitchell, the Goodsprings doctor. After getting a quick rundown of the town of Goodsprings, learning of both a saloon and general store, Cal, our intrepid adventurer here, is about to enter into the wide world of the Mojave Wasteland and see what lies before him. All that there must be Victor. And if what I'm seeing is to be believed, Goodsprings certainly is not what one would call that much of a town. Pretty small. And by the looks of it, seems like they do a lot of ranching and farming. Alright, what do we... have the general store and the saloon by the looks of it there. Some sort of fuel station. Doc's house. What was that? Oh, just a hill. Alright. Well, I guess first thing we should do, maybe offload some of this gear that I don't need and see what we have at our disposal at the general store. Let's see what we got. So you must be Chet. Before we talk,
Howdy.
let's turn that off. No offense to you, but not my kind of music. Chet, come here.
You must be the one Doc Mitchell was patching up. The way I heard it,
Yep.
I didn't think you'd be walking out of that office. I've got plenty of supplies for sale. Even got some weapon mods and special ammo. Well worth the caps if you ask me. If you're hurting for caps, I've also got boxes of surplus ammo in the miscellaneous section. They're not great, but you get what you pay for.
Alright, so you kind of mentioned weapon mods and special ammo. Tell me a little bit more about that, Chet.
Weapon mods are things like silencers, scopes, bigger magazines. Special ammo includes things like armor-piercing bullets, which don't hurt the target as much, but let you punch through armor easier. There's also hollow point bullets, which have the opposite effect. You can kill unarmored targets easier, but they don't do shit against armor.
Makes sense. And what's so bad about this inferior ammo? Is it just dirtier overall and cheaply made?
It's all about quantity over quality. Trouble is, you'll be cleaning and fixing your gun a lot more than usual when you use those kind of bullets.
So yeah, dirty brass, low quality powder, makes sense. You wouldn't have any idea of who attacked me by chance? They didn't stop in and talk about it or talk to you at all?
The leader was a New Vegas type. Typical city boy. He had a bunch of Great Khans with him, probably hired guns. The Great Khans normally stay in their own territory way up northwest, on account of them being enemies with the NCR.
I can't blame them for being enemies with the NCR necessarily. I can, ya? So, from the sounds of it, the Khans are a little bit kind of like a rattlesnake. You leave them alone, you'll be fine. If I'm getting the correct impression. Anything else you can tell me about them?
They're tough sons of bitches. Mean, but not crazy. They'll leave you alone unless you got something they want. The Great Khans deal in illegal chems. There's a good chance that most chems you come across were made by Great Khans.
So yeah, you leave them alone, they'll leave you alone type of thing. Good to know. Unfortunately, seems like two of them decided to not leave me alone, so I'm going to have to have a nice little chat with them. Hopefully one-on-one. As to avoid what happened last time. You ever been to Vegas? don't necessarily seem the type.
Twice. Both times I drank a lot of liquor and lost most of my caps at the card tables.
Not
in that
surprised.
order, now that I think about it. If you ever get to New Vegas, be sure to visit Gomorrah. It's the best casino in the city. You won't regret it. Word of advice: behave. Between the NCR military police and Mr. House's robots, you don't want to be causing trouble on the Strip.
Yeah. Noted. I like to stay on the good side of the NCR. Don't have the greatest history with them, necessarily. And I will certainly not keep in mind the recommendation about Gomorrah. You said House has a bunch of, like, police robots? So is he, like, the leader of the place, or what's going on with him?
I'm afraid I don't know much myself. Mr. House has got his own casino, Lucky 38, but nobody goes in or out except his robots.
That's weird.
The other casinos follow Mr. House's rules, so I guess that makes him the leader of New Vegas. As far as I know, nobody's ever laid eyes on the guy. I think that robot who pulled you out of the dirt belongs to Mr. House. If Mr. House is looking after you, it's got to be a good thing, right?
Not necessarily. I'm not in the habit of owing favors to people that powerful. Not necessarily a good feeling. On a different subject, what do you have for sale?
Can do.
Sure, it's not much in this podunk little town. Alright. Let's start with weapons. What do you got? Nothing my style. No revolvers. Damn. What a shame. That's worse than what I have. Not my style. Nothing there. I will, however, take those off your hands, seeing as you don't seem to have a use for them. Alright, yeah, you don't have much in the way of product for me. However, what you do have are a lot of caps. So, that being the case, let's get rid of a bunch of crap. Laser pistol. That. Yeah, I'm not a tribal. No spears for me. Armor, yep. Yep. Yeah, I'll hang on to those. They have some use for me. Yeah, I'll hang on to all that. I don't have much use for those. Sold that gun off, and sold that off, so I have no use for the grenades. That's a lot of money, but I also want to make sure I'm getting my money's worth. So, ammo. That's probably what you have most. Actually, aid. You might have some stuff there that's useful. Purified water. Yep. Yeah, good enough. I appreciate your
Another
donation
satisfied customer.
to the cause of making me less
Take it easy now.
poor. Bye, Chet. What an individual. Ooh, mailbox. Oh, nothing. But, good to know I can make shipments with those. Alrighty then. I guess next stop, saloon, and have a chat with Sunny Smiles. After we talk to this gentleman here. And who might you be?
Howdy. What can Easy Pete do for you?
Pete. Before I go anywhere, I gotta know, why do they call you Easy Pete?
Was a prospector until I decided to settle here to get away from the NCR. Now we'll just take it easy and help out with the Brahmin and Bighorners.
Why, might I ask, are you trying to get away from the NCR? What's your beef with them?
Don't get me wrong, the NCR's got a lot of decent folk in it. It's just that they make you part of them whether you like it or not. Towns like Goodsprings and Prim don't stay independent for long. Not if you've got something the NCR wants. Still, the NCR keeps the Legion away.
That would be especially true if they're amidst a war and they need people to serve for the glory of NCR. I don't blame you. How about these Legion fellows? If I'm not mistaken, those are the ones that they had the spat over the dam not too long ago.
They're slavers, led by a guy named Caesar, or Caesar. Not sure how you're supposed to say it. A couple of years ago, they tried to take over Hoover Dam, but the NCR beat them back. The NCR didn't or couldn't finish the job, though. The Legion's got its strength back and is getting ready for another round at the dam. My money's still on the NCR winning, but you never know. We've been hearing stories about legionaries on the Nevada side of the river, so keep a gun handy. You don't want to get caught by them.
I do suppose NCR winning is better than a bunch of slavers winning, so yeah, I guess in that regard, I would have to take the NCR side. Hoover Dam, tell me a little bit about it and what you believe its importance is.
The dam powers a lot of New Vegas, and then there's all that clean water lying in Lake Mead, too. Anybody who owns the dam owns the territory.
That is a pretty big strategic point. Power and clean water. Pretty important out here. And you mentioned you were a prospector. Are you talking about like the gold and silver kind, or like the going to old buildings and dig up old tech?
Nah. Means I poke through old buildings looking for working tech and such. Some folks just call it salvaging, but never liked the term. Way I see it, salvage means it's broken, near worthless. Me, I look for the good stuff. Guns, chems, spare parts. Good money in it.
Salvaging may indicate broken stuff, but you can still fix it. Seems like semantics to me, but whatever. Ever find anything good?
Nope. Had a pretty good claim once, way out east by the river, but got run off by raiders. Eventually got too old to keep going out.
Raiders do have a way of ruining things, don't they? I took a little bit of a look around. I just noticed he had a bunch of bighorners. What are you using for?
Meat and hide, mostly. Can't put a pack on them. They just lay down until you take it off. Can find a bunch of wild ones high up in the hills, but gotta be careful around them. They can put up a decent fight if cornered.
Good to know. And the doc was saying that Victor pulled me out of the ground. What do you know about him? Chet says he's some sort of police robot for Mr. House, possibly.
The machine? Harmless, no matter what Trudy says. She thinks it's hiding something, but I think it's just a broken down relic with no place to be.
So Trudy doesn't trust it. I'll have to get her perspective on it. I'm still on the fence about whether I trust him or not. Another news. You wouldn't happen to know anything about the guys that attacked me? You know, old Checkercoat and his two thugs?
The one in the fancy suit seemed to be calling the shots. That's as much as I know. Other folks in town might know more. Word of advice, though, if you ever catch up with him, watch out. The man's got cold eyes like a snake. Can't be trusted, I'd say.
He did shoot me in the head. So yeah. Him being trustworthy is not exactly number one on what I would consider him. Anyways, Pete, I do appreciate your time and input and your kind of thoughts. I'll catch you later.
Keep your gun handy if you go poking around some of the abandoned places around here. Like the schoolhouse. Critters move in there sometimes.
Duly noted. Alright. Time to meet Sunny Smiles and see what she's got to tell me. See if it's useful. Down dog.
Cheyenne, stay. Don't worry, she won't bite unless I tell her to.
I'd recommend not telling her to bite for all of our sakes. Getting past that, your doc said I should talk to you. He said you might know a thing or two about survival in the desert. Might be able to help me out a little bit. Get me back on my feet.
Yeah, I guess there's a thing or two I could show you. Sounds like you need all the help you can get after what they done to you. Meet me outside, behind the saloon.
Thank you. Any help would be appreciated. I'll meet you there. That jukes box has my name on it for playing mediocre music. There it is. There's the button. Yikes. Alright, she must be out here already. Yep, there we are. Alright, Sonny, what do we got?
Now, see the sarsaparilla bottles on the fence there?
Yep.
Take this and try to hit a couple of them.
Okay. Shouldn't be too hard.
That's the right idea. Look down the sight. Try crouching down and staying still. It'll help your aim. Nice shot. Well, that's a start. But I don't reckon you came to me to learn to fight sarsaparilla bottles. Tell you
No,
what,
I didn't.
I gotta go chase geckos away from our water supply anyway. Darn critters are attracted to it. Why don't you come along?
I've got nowhere to be in a hurry, so yeah, why not?
Follow me. It's just down to the southeast a short ways.
Works for me, lead the way. What in the world is that? Interesting. I'll have to give that a look at some point. Yeah, well, she's kind of getting her way over there. Let's set up this. Nope. There we go. Overall, not in the greatest condition, but I guess beggars can't be choosers. I did receive this thing for free. As long as it continues to fire and not blow up in my face, I'll be happy. Alright, so we got some geckos. That shouldn't be too terribly harrowing. But they seem to be a common nuisance if they have to make a regular habit of doing this.
Hear that up on the ridge behind me there?
Yeah.
We got some geckos to clear out. Bunch of little monsters is what they are. Seems like Doc Mitchell treats more gecko bites than anything else. Let's see if we can get a little closer. If we move quietly, we can get the jump on them. More likely to hit something vital that way.
Sounds good to me. Alright. Yep, I'm topped off. Ooh,
Okay,
saw
you're
one.
on. Go give him hell.
Okie doke. So you're not gonna help me with this one, I guess? Alright. Got the one there. I think number 2's that way. Alright. Stay right there. Oh, missed high. Just hold there for a minute, Sonny. Meat and hide. Never a bad thing to have some extra food. And you can't beat fresh meat. Hide, meat, and an egg. That looks like it's everything. Yeah. Pretty clean water. I can see why this is important to you. Alright. What next, Sonny?
See? You're getting the hang of it. There's 2 more wells that still need clearing. You want, you can come along. It'd be worth a few caps to me.
Yeah. Easy money. Can't turn that down.
Shouldn't take more than a couple minutes, especially with 2 of us.
And a lot of
Come
ammo.
with me.
Lead the way, Miss Smiles. Actually, thought I remember seeing a weapon repair kit. You work your way ahead of me a little bit. I'm gonna fix up. That's a little bit better. Tighten down some of those screws and everything. Oh. Guess we just get right into it. Bolt, however, is gonna take a lot more convincing. Where'd you go? Oh, there you are. Hold up, wait for me.
Come on!
I don't want to hit the lady. Ah! Well, you can't save them all, it seems. That's a shame. I blame you. Or at the very minimum, I didn't kill her. We'll let that be noted. And I'm not gonna let her money go to waste. Alright, Sonny. About my payment.
Ah, hell's bells. There's not a day passes by I don't tell people not to come here by themselves. Some people, your word just isn't good enough for them. Then this happens. Well, it's a part of life out here. Best to accept it. But you did what you
Pretty
promised. Staying out here with me. Here's my end of the deal. One more thing I wanted to show you. Thought I might teach you about living off the land and making useful things for yourself. Interested?
Free info is something I would never turn down. So yeah. What do you got?
Alright then. We'll need a couple ingredients to get started. Gonna want some xander root and a brock flower. Let me think now. I know I've seen brock flowers growing up at the graveyard, and I seem to remember there being xander root over by the schoolhouse. Bring those on back to me, and we'll get cooking.
Xander root, brock flower. I shall be back at some point in the very near future with those ingredients. Although, now that I think of it, she didn't exactly tell me where the graveyard was. So, adventure time it is. I have a pretty good idea. It's up there by that water tower. But I think I remember seeing something that looked vaguely like a schoolhouse over in that direction to my left. So we'll make do. We'll figure it out. There's a certain kind of beauty to the desolate waste and heat of the desert. Yeah. Anyways, let's try here first. Seems like a place that they might make a graveyard out of. And hopefully, it's fairly unadventurous. about not today? No, stay back. Alright, let's just keep our eyes open. Can't say it's necessarily the most useful thing, but I guess it doesn't hurt to have. Maybe sell it, someone can use it. Alright. Oh. Got four of them by the looks of things. Alright. Let's... Oh, no! No! We're not playing that game today, Fly. Far from it. Ah, I missed him low. There we go. And you just need to stay in one spot long enough. Come on. There we go. That's what we're talking about, boys. Oh, let's see if it... I gotta say, it's not the most appealing aspect or thought, but if it comes down to it, gotta do what I gotta do. No one's gonna know, right? Yeah. The birds took it. Those darn birds. How dare they? There's another flying one. A snow globe? Limited edition Mojave Landmark Snow Globe. Rare pre-war artifacts are widely considered to be useless, but rumor has it some collectors will pay for them dearly. I'll have to keep my eyes and ears open for one of them. Make a little bit of cash off of that. And I guess I'll have to keep my eyes open for other ones too. That must be where I was buried. I wonder... Wow, blood got soaked up real quick. Wonder, he was smoking. I wonder if he left anything. I mean, all those cans and bottles there can't be just from them. Can... Ooh. Oh, those are the rock flowers I needed. Let's do a quick search of the area. There's some more. Looks like that's all of them. There was that. There it is. Okay, I think I got them all. Do a very careful look. Yeah, I think I got them all. I don't know what I'm gonna do with them, or how that'll help me determine who it was that shot me, but they seem distinct enough. Maybe be of help. And there it is. The city of sin and vice. Good old Vegas. I've got a date with destiny lying there within. But not today. Today is school day. Time to go find, presumably, that Xander route. Meet back up with Sunny and figure out what she wants to teach me to make. Hopefully something useful. Although I say that as though the things that she's helped me with thus far have not been a little bit of shooting practice and some free money. Always helpful. Especially after being nearly killed and out cold for 2 days straight. Alright, yeah, that's gotta be the schoolhouse. Unless they're running in and out of one of these, like, shacks. Ooh. Yeah, why not? Can't say that the other things are gonna be much use to me. Future weapons, energy stuff. I can sell it at least. Oh, that must be Victor's shed. I will talk to him at some other point. That is not today. Or at least not at this moment. Could be today. Oh. Little mantises. Let's not waste bullets. Let's just hack them to bits with a machete. Ow. No, it's no use to me. Nor is that. Looks like that was all it. These must be the Xanderits she was talking about. And while I'm out here, let's just do a quick look around the perimeter of the place. See if there's anything else immediately useful to me out in the open. What's this? A pepper. Might be useful for some sort of food. Maybe use it for seasoning or spicing up a dish. Maybe use it with the gecko. Add some flavor. Doc have like a garden or something? I'll have to give that a look. Anyways. I have what I need. Time to go meet Sunny at that road stop. A lot of boarded up places in this town. Alright, Sunny, I am on my way back to you. Hopefully you didn't get mauled by a bunch of geckos or something ridiculous. Though you did seem pretty capable on your own. Alright, so that was well number 1. So it's gonna be further down the road here. This was a second area. No. There. Oh yeah, this is that third area with the woman. Oh, a briefcase. With only a baseball. No. Kinda useless. Where'd you go? Maybe she went down. Ooh, there's a campfire. Maybe she's there. I'll twist my ankle. No. Ah, there you are. Sunny, Sunny, Sunny. I found the stuff you're talking about.
Let me see what you got. Yeah, these'll do just fine. Just fine. All right, now. We're gonna be making something folks on the trail call healing powder. Go on over to that campfire now. Give it a try.
Well, that does sound pretty darn useful. So, healing powder. I can make 2 of those. And while I'm at it, cook those up and those as well. Ooh, using that hair fruit stuff.
Hey, that's not bad, see? All it takes to make a recipe is the right ingredients and the right know-how. Sometimes it won't be a campfire you need. Might need to do some work on your guns and ammo, maybe. Important thing to get is it's all the same idea. You just need to find the right place to set up shop. Workbench or reloading bench, whatever.
Makes
Well,
sense.
I hope that's enough to get you started. I'm heading back now. Hope I didn't miss anything good on the jukebox. Cheyenne would never forgive me. Hey, do me a favor. Trudy, she's the bartender up at the Prospector. Kind of the town mom. She likes to meet newcomers. She'd be cross with me if I didn't ask you to poke your head in and say hi.
I'll make sure to do that. I was planning on talking with her regardless. Doc recommended her as well. She might have some pretty useful info as the local barkeep. But, is there, I guess, I'm gonna take a few minutes to at least rest my feet after all that running around. Made a few friends. Got a little bit better lay of the land. Spoke with Chet and Pete. Got their perspectives on the town and the area surrounding. And I gotta say, Goodsprings has kind of grown on me. Shame about that young lady who died to the geckos. But that's life out in the wasteland for you. 1 minute you're going out to get some fresh water, the next you're mauled by a pack of angry little lizards. Desert sure can turn on a dime.